What's up, everybody? This is That Brown Bat here for another episode of Mod Messin, and in today's episode, we are going to get rid of this. Yeah, we're going to stop that from happening. This is going to be a multi-step process, but I'm going to show you right now what I want to do, and I'm showing you this in case there's anybody out there. If there's anyone at home. All right, so if there's anyone out there that knows where these files are off the top of their head, let us know. All right, so if you load up Toy Box Takeover and play it, you're going to see the models for the buildings are a little bit different. And I've tested this, so I know 100% that these are not the same models. These are not the same models that you have for toys, but these are unbreakable, which is what I want. I just don't know. I have an idea where these models are. I just don't know. And if you look, they're a little bit more detailed and they look a little bit nicer with the windows and everything, you know, as opposed to, well, you see this one, everything's all white, but nevertheless, there's more detail all in all. And you have the horse trough actually has stuff in it, as opposed to, let's put them side by side if we can. Yeah, they have no boundaries in the creation Toy Box Takeover. It's just how they were made. All right, so look at that. Even says something a little bit different. Buckley and Welsh Stoves and Hardware. So, like I said, I have an idea where these are, but replacing these with these, that I'm not sure. I don't know exactly the process. I don't think it would be the same as just flipping around OCT files and whatnot. It could be. But if somebody knows, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to show you how to turn the... really, it's not turning this off. It's just making it not work. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is go to Assets folder. Go to Characters. You would think they're in the rumpus room like the other collision things. They're not. The Lone Ranger buildings... Toy Story buildings and anything that breaks. Let's put it that way. Any of the buildings that break are not in the rumpus room. They're under the characters folder. And then you want to go into a folder called building. Okay. Now you're going to find the ones in question. LR stands for Lone Ranger. So you have the bank, the general store, hardware, jail, livery stable, ranch house, rooming house, saddler, saloon, train station, undertaker, and wash house. And so somewhere in the assets folder, there would be similar things, I believe, that would house the Toy Box Takeover buildings, but Toy Box Takeover is probably not going to have equivalents for every building. Only those ones that you've just seen in the actual game. So anyway, what I'm going to do is let's open up bank for instance, Lone Ranger Bank. Now you're going to RR. What's that stand for? Rumpus Room. All right, so you're going to have LR Bank, Zip, the base, and the tech. Okay, so what we want to get rid of is the base. What the base is the framework of the structure of the building. So when you destroy the building, you're left with the frame. So if I make the base hidden, then it's still going to get destroyed, but it's going to stay whole. Here's, for instance. All right, so I am going to, I think probably the easiest thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the Lone Ranger buildings here, and I'm going to cut them. Okay. Then I want to make a folder. LRBLDGS removed. Enter, paste. All right, so now I have them moved into my new folder. I'm going to make another copy of these because I didn't want to do that. Undo. I'm going to copy them. I'm going to put them in a new folder because what I'm doing is I just want to get these isolated because I want to search for underscore base and I don't want to delete the masters. So I'm just going to, right here in this new folder that I made, so I put these other copies, so it's a second. So it's second copy, right? So I'm going to search for underscore base, enter. And I just want the zip files. So let me view details. All right, so I'm just going to take the zip folders called base, right? So the other ones, I had extracted the Undertaker folder months and months ago because I was trying to figure this out and I couldn't. But this way is going to at least allow me to not have all that nonsense happening and actually have a town that's not going to explode every 5 seconds. All right, so I'm going to take all of these zip files and I might as well just delete them because those are copies, right? Actually, yeah, everything I'm just going to delete. All right. Skip. If you can't find it, skip it. I just wanted to isolate these out, so I got rid of the base ones. All right. So now in each folder, there's only going to be 2 tech and the regular. So I want to take these. I'm going to back out. I'm not going to take the other copy. So remember, these are the ones I put in the new folder. Then I'm going to paste these back into the buildings. So again, all I did is I isolated these so I could do a search for underscore base. So I could delete all those zip files. And I also kept a copy. All right, so that new folder is empty. I don't need the new folder. That was my creation. So in essence, if I mess up, I can always put those back. So now with the base removed, this is what happens. All right. So now, see what happened? You still got the smoke. Still got the smoke. But now it's asking you to repair the building. So we're not out of the woods yet. So, back in your characters folder, you're going to find the dnex file called building.dnex. You're going to open that. And you're going to look for, I think it's called repair. Let's do a search for repair. Yep. All right. So you're going to get rid of this right here. Just that and the divider. So you're going to leave building customize and then it's going to say building locked. So make sure you have one divider there. And I'm going to save it. All right. Now, if you're using a DualShock controller, you're still going to feel the vibration if your vibration's on. And it's still going to make a mess. However, the prompt is no longer there. And for all intents and purposes, they're destroyed already. All right. Now, there's a way to turn the smoke off. At least some of it. But I don't think that's that big of a deal. Because I think that's pretty cool that, I mean, we get some effects, but not all the effects. And if you're worried about, oh, if you turn it all off, then it's going to save space on the memory meter. No, it won't. All that logic's in the toy. So regardless if you have effects not showing or they are showing, it's still going to take up the same memory. But anyway, that's the tutorial for this. So now I can actually build a western town and not worry about things getting broken. And if we want to do any of the other buildings, like the shield tower, let's say, oh, that one, you can't destroy that, but you can destroy that one. So now we have an issue. That DNX file holds the some logic for all breakable building toys, complete building toys. So now if I wanted to use this, now I have a problem. Now I have to find this and earn characters. I'm going to go back to the top and I'm going to type in building again. Go in there. So we have Incredibles. We have the cars. And what's the other one? It's under TS, Toy Story. All right. So I'm going to make a new folder. And you know what? I'm not going to make a new folder. I mean, I just did, but I'm going to delete that new folder. I'm going to rename the one I made called LR Buildings Removed, and I'm just going to call it Buildings Removed. Okay? And I'm going to take all the cars. I'll do the cars first. I'm going to make a folder here. LR buildings. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm just going to call it remove when done. I'm going to paste those in here. Okay. Make a new folder. Copy all of these. Paste them in there. Search for underscore base. Delete them. Take these, paste them in here. All right, so that should leave those in that folder I called remove when done. So I'm going to just move those right here. So if I ever want to replace these, I'll just copy the whole lot of it and then put it back. All right. Is there an easy way to do it? Probably. Okay, so we got Lone Ranger, we got cars, we need Incredibles. So all the IN, cut them, paste them, and copy. Put in our workshop folder here. Copy them again. Oh, wait, how many times did I copy these? Oh, hang on. I only want 2 copies. I end up making 3. All right, so now we're good. So go on the ones we put in the new folder. Type for underscore base. Delete them. All right, cut them. Go back out into the buildings folder. Paste. So we got all the Incredibles back in the buildings folder. Just double check. Yep. 2 zip folders instead of 3. And then go to remove when done and take all the Incredibles ones that were in there for backup, which I guess I didn't need to put them in there in that remove folder. But anyway, there they all are together, all the originals. And then we need TS for Toy Story. I'm going to take those, cut them, go back into the buildings remove folder and paste them in here. Then just do a copy. My apologies, I made one too many folders. I guess I didn't need that new folder in there. Just to remove when we're done. That's all. Because now those are copies of those. Underscore base. Delete them. Alright, and then take those files with the removed underscore base files and then we'll put those back in the buildings, and I just test one of them. It should have 2 instead of 3. Okay, and then buildings removed, and I can get rid of that folder that says remove when done. And I don't think there's anything else anyway. Well, I didn't know that it had other features in it that, well, guess what? If you're going to use that on these, guess what? Some of the features actually don't come back. So that's the caveat. So if I break this one, all right, how do the cars buildings hold up? Because these are pretty decent toys. Better than those. I like this, but this doesn't break anyway, so I'm not worried about that one. All right, so if I break this, what happens? So the doors will no longer work. Is that okay with you? And that's fine by me. And it still looks like what it's intended to be. So we take Ramon's Body Shop. Now if I break this, probably all the pictures are going to go away, right? Nope, the pictures stay. But it breaks the doors off. But still, it'll reset if you load the game back up. So I wouldn't worry about that. But it just doesn't look like garbage anymore. So I don't think I've ever used this. Flo's Cafe. I've always wanted a cafe. We can do something with this after it's busted. Well, nobody can get gas now. That's the best I could do for that, and I primarily did that for the Lone Ranger buildings. But if you're going to do that for the Lone Ranger buildings to get rid of that repair prompt, you're going to affect all the breakable buildings. It's not all it's cracked up to be. But if you're in it just for the Lone Ranger buildings, have at it. Because they look the same. And same is good in this instance for the Western ones. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you think. If you care, if you don't care. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. So until next time, remember to keep on modding. Nova versus Doctor Strange. Thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget to give me a like before you click out. And also, if you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Do it now! And click the bell icon if you want to know what I'm up to before I even know what I'm up to, because it helps you see into the future. And I just made that up. Until next time, this is That Brown Bat reminding you to keep on building.